What is up, everybody? Again, it's your boy T, and I am the co-host of the Cam and T podcast, and we got our other co-host here, Cam. What's going on, bro? How you doing?
Yo,
That word, bro.
what's good, y'all? What's good, T? What's happening with you?
Man, not much, bro. You know what's crazy, man? May has just like flown by. Like this month, really, this year has flown by. I've had a lot of stuff going on just in life in general, but like May, it just felt like this month just took off like crazy. Like I don't know what it is, but this month just went crazy for me. I don't know about you, but I feel like May just flew for real.
Yeah, it did. I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, like you said, the whole year really flying by.
Yeah,
To be honest with you, I mean, shit, we already almost in June.
June
Man,
next
this half,
Friday.
we almost halfway, bruh.
Crazy, man. Yeah,
Almost
it's just crazy,
halfway.
man. Like I said, time is just really flying by. And they always say like the older you get, you know what I'm saying, the more time flies. But like, nah, like that's really real for real. Like it's like, man, what in the world? Like we already like into May. Like it's just
Mm-hmm.
crazy, bro. But yeah, man, we're gonna have a good show tonight. It's probably gonna be one of the more shorter shows tonight because honestly, guys, to be keep it honest with y'all, it's not really a lot going on right now. To be quite frankly honest in sports, we're gonna talk about the NBA finals. We're gonna talk about, Cam's Nuggets. You know what I'm saying? Not getting going back to back, you know what I'm saying? I want to talk about the Celtics too a little bit too. I probably should have told you this pre-show, but I feel like if they don't win this year, they're not going to win with that core. But we'll jump into that in a minute. We're going to talk about that, about just everybody's chances and how everybody's playing Anthony Edwards, stuff like that. So we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about the EA college football trailer that dropped on Friday. It's already got like 2.2 million views already. I think it's still trending as one of like the top 15 or 20 videos in the last couple days. So it's going nuts and that game's hype. So we'll talk about that too a lot too as well. And apparently there might be something coming down the line tomorrow, possibly, from what some people are saying. So yeah, we'll talk about that as well. But it's gonna be a pretty good show tonight, man. And y'all just tune in, stay in here with us, man. We're gonna have a good time. And let's jump into it, man. So Cam, let me ask you a question, bro. Do you want to just go ahead and rip the band-aid off and talk about your Nuggets first? Or do you want to hold that off a little bit? I'm gonna let you
Nah, we can
decide.
go ahead. We can go ahead and get started.
Okay, let's do it.
The
So
Nuggets.
the Nuggets coming into this series, you know what I'm saying? You know, obviously, good team, won the championship last year. They lose in 7 to the young Timberwolves. They lose 98-90, went to 7. And pretty much, man, this whole series, Anthony Edwards has kind of just stepped into a new realm of superstardom, in my personal opinion. Um, Let me ask you as a Nugget fan, do you feel like y'all have taken a step back? Do you feel like also as well, this is a little bit disappointing? How do you feel about this whole series in itself? Because you got off to an 0-2 start, even though you made up for it. Still, the Nuggets getting off to an 0-2 start. We ain't really heard that much from them the last couple of years. So how did you feel about that?
Uh, I think. I mean, is it a disappointing outcome? Yeah, because we did go up 3-2. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Um, and after that, we won three straight. We should have finished the series out. If it wasn't in
Mhm.
6, it should have been in 7 at least. You know what I'm saying? We had the upper hand at one point, so we should have completed the job.
Right.
So it was disappointing on that end. Do I think we took a step back? No. I wouldn't say that. And well, let me put it this way: we took a small step back, but I also think that that small step back shouldn't have really held us back from reaching the conference finals. You know what I'm saying? Like I think we
Yeah.
could have at least did that. I mean, really, I think the team was still good enough to make the finals. But again,
Absolutely. Yeah. Mhm.
I think that the West is super stacked. I think that the Minnesota Timberwolves are a very well coached team. They're deep, you know what I mean? And Tim Connolly is their general manager who also built this Nuggets team that we have now. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? He left the Nuggets to go to the Timberwolves. So he kind of built a team that could beat the Nuggets. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's what he did. So um again, it wasn't disappointing, yes, but again, statistically, we're no different than any of the last 6 champions, okay? Or
Right.
it's any of the last 5 champions. The last five, six now NBA champions have not made it past the second round. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just is what it is. It is disappointing, but at the same time, it is what it is. You know, you kind of it hurt. It did hurt for us to be up 20 in the game too.
Yeah.
That's the bad part. I think let me say this, and I'll let you take it over. Let me say this. I think going into next year, the changes that need to be made. Number one, Mike Malone has to do better, just in general. Specifically coming out of breaks. All
Yeah.
right. Game 6, the Nuggets were up. They were hot 9-2. And then Minnesota called a timeout, and I don't think we scored for the rest of the first quarter. That's how bad it was in game 6.
Mhm.
Game 6 was terrible. Game 7,
Yeah, that,
we
that
were up.
game, they only got like 70 points or something like that, right?
We only had 70. Yeah, it was
That's what I
70 to
thought. It was low scoring.
15.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got blued out real bad. The second game or game 7, we were up by 20. Minnesota timeout. Next thing you know, they going on I think they went on like a 38-9 run to end the game or something like that, which is, again, that can't happen. He got to stop passing out lemon wedges or orange slices in at halftime or during the breaks, during the timeouts. You got to actually motivate your team and tell them to keep their foot on the gas. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because it seems like when we get those leads, he says, "All right, guys, just cruise it out," and you
Yeah.
can't do that. You feel me? And then as far as the team goes, the player personnel, obviously we would like Jamal Murray to be a little more consistent. I know he played outstanding in Game 7, but throughout the whole series, it was kind of really the whole playoffs. It was kind of this is probably his worst playoff performance that he's had since he's been able to make it. So we would like him to play a little more consistent, but I can't be too mad at him.
Right.
Michael Porter Jr. was atrocious against the Timberwolves. He has to play better. He has to knock down those shots that he was hitting against the Lakers. Aaron Gordon was pretty good in my opinion. I didn't think he was that bad.
Mhm.
Obviously. And then KCP was, KCP. The bench is the real issue. We got to get some scoring off the bench. Christian Brown was our only reliable bench player really this whole series. He had all of our bench points in the last 2 games, which is only 5 points, by the way. That's all we had in the last 2 games combined. 5
Yeah.
points off the bench. Can't do that. All right. So yeah, Christian, we gotta get an extra score off the bench, and I think we need a backup center. I think we need somebody that can help Jokic catch
Yeah.
a breather. Even though he can play the whole game, I mean, he did perfectly fine playing the whole game in Game 7. But we need somebody that can come in so that Aaron Gordon isn't playing the 5 when Jokic is on the bench, because that just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? And we got to get more scoring off the bench. So hopefully we can retool and kind of build that out. Maybe we can bring Bruce Brown back, to be honest with you, because I know
I was
he ain't
gonna
being
bring him
used.
up.
Yeah, I know he ain't being used in Toronto. He wasn't being used in Indy. So I don't know. They have to make some adjustments off the bench. I just don't want us to get to the point where we're kind of like, and I mean no disrespect to any of these teams, but the Warriors fell all the way off. You know what I'm saying? We was never that high, but they fell all the way off. The Bucks unfortunately just can't seem to stay healthy, but they also haven't been able to get back to that point. You know what I'm saying? So I just want us to focus on the bench. You know what I'm saying? And again, Mike Malone has to coach better coming out of breaks. But other than that, I mean, what more can we do? You know what I'm saying? We just
Yeah.
got beat by a better team, in my humble opinion.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think like I like that you brought up Bruce Brown because I was thinking about him too. I was like, I think they did take a little bit of a step back. Could they miss a guy like him? To be honest with you, a guy that's gonna come in, do his role well, get you some points when you need it the most. I felt like they lacked that. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like you actually being a little too nice to some of the starters outside of Jokic and Murray in Game 7. I thought Gordon was terrible. Like in my personal
Okay.
opinion, you had 42 minutes and you only scored 4 points. Like That's ridiculous, in my personal opinion. Like, I'm sorry, Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah.
couldn't hit a shot from freaking, if he was in a boat and water was the basket, he only had 7 points. Like, he was
That's what I'm
terrible.
saying. Yeah,
Like, it
he
can't.
was.
And again, Jokic, and like, I feel like Jokic was getting a lot of slander on Twitter and stuff like that. But like, he showed up. Murray showed up in Game 7. It was everybody else. Nobody else showed
Yeah,
up.
it was everybody else.
Everybody else was asleep. So
Yeah.
I just, and then you're up 20 again. I'm with you with the Mike Malone thing. It seems like every time they come out of a break, they flatline every single time. And that was a problem. So I don't know. In my personal opinion, I thought y'all were really the only team that I could really see beating the Boston Celtics, to be honest. And that's why I kind of did want y'all to win, because I don't see any of those teams beating the Boston Celtics, bro. I don't see it, bro. Like, and we're gonna get into them in a minute, but like the Timberwolves, yeah, they're nice. They're cool. New team. Everybody's trying to make them quote unquote the culture team because everybody likes Anthony Edwards, but we know how that works out normally.
Culture 0 for 20.
Yeah. I mean, again, so I kind of did want y'all to win because I think y'all are the only one that can compete with Boston, personally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there needs to be a little bit of roster construction, nothing crazy, like you said. Get a score here, get a score there. A backup center definitely sounds like a move that they definitely need to make, because Jokic shouldn't have to play 47 minutes a game. He shouldn't. That's too long for a guy his size. It's too long for anybody, really. But a guy his size, especially, it's just too long. So I want to talk about that real quick and get that bar off, but I think the Nuggets will be fine. They just got to add, like you said, a couple pieces there. They're still constructed pretty well. But they got to add a couple pieces, man, to that team.
I think I'm with you too, and I think another thing too is like we're also in an era of the league where it's a lot of parity. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that a lot of people have been talking about lately. I mean, it's just you can't win it every year. You would like to. Yeah. I felt like the Nuggets, we had it in our hands. Like, we're out of all those last. I'll go ahead and say this. I'll put this out there. Out of the last 6 teams or whatever, last 6 champions, we should have been in the conference finals. All the other guys, obviously the Warriors, we know for the last couple of years they've been down and up and down. You know what I'm saying? We know that, right? The Lakers, again, another team, same way. The Bucks, injuries. I can't even think who the other champions have been. Us, and then who's the other team? It was Nuggets. Nuggets, Warriors, Lakers, no, Bucks, Lakers, and who was the team before
Bucks,
that?
Lakers, who else has won the last 6? Because Lakers won in 2020.
Oh no, this is year 6 right here. I'm tripping.
Okay, Warriors won in 20
Lakers,
what, 1 or 2?
Yeah, it was
Toronto.
Lakers,
Toronto won 2 as well in 19.
That's who it was. Toronto.
Yeah,
that's who it was. Thank you. That's who it was. All right, so all of those teams, Toronto, once they lost Kawhi, we knew they wasn't going back.
Yeah,
we knew that. The Lakers, after the bubble, they lost some pieces, just kind of like how the Nuggets lost some pieces off the bench. We kind of knew they wasn't going back. The Warriors, again, they had an up year, then went right back down. That's how they've been the last couple of years. And then the Bucks have been dealing with injuries. You know what I'm saying? And then us, right? So that's why I say out of all those teams, we should have been the ones to get back to the conference finals, though, because we was up 3-2. I mean, we ain't got no excuse. You know what I'm saying? And we was up
had 1 3 games straight. 1 3 games straight and looked really good in doing so.
And I mean, like I said, it's just and appreciate y'all in the chat. My bad. I should have been looking over there. But I just, again, it is heartbreaking. I was sad, but to me, it's very reminiscent of the Ravens versus the Chiefs earlier this year. Because obviously we know every single playoff game is pretty much a game 7. The conference championship is absolutely a game 7. You know what I'm saying? Football. And the Ravens had the best team all year, and they fumbled it right there at the goal line, bro. Literally fumbled it right there at the goal line. So it reminds me so much of that, because it was right there and it just disappeared.
Yeah, Nah, I get that, man. I get that. Let's transition over to the Pacers and Knicks. Cause that was another series. The Pacers find themselves in the Eastern Conference Final as a 6 seed. They won in Game 7. I think they shot like 67% from the field, which is insane.
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, I think they said it might have been the best shooting game in playoff history. Everything was just going for them. They won 130 to 109. The Knicks are eliminated. They battle injuries. I think Jalen Brunson either broke his hand or something like that, broke a finger or something like that. Didn't come back. So let's talk about the Knicks and Pacers real quick. What's your thoughts on the Pacers going up against Boston? How do you feel about the Knicks too, as well, going forward?
Yeah. So as far as the Knicks go, I'll get them out the way real quick too. Tom Thibodeau, man, you gotta do something. You gotta give your boys some rest. This don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Them boys can't. Your starters can't play the whole game, man.
Yeah.
They just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Now I know again, Julius. Now the Knicks, I like the Knicks as a team. I think they got a squad. I'm not gonna lie to you.
They're well constructed.
They really are. They got I think Mitchell Robinson is still there, right? He's still on he's still
hurt.
there. He was hurt. Julius Randle was hurt.
Yeah.
That Hartenstein kid came in and played very well for him. You know what I'm saying? DiVincenzo, Brunson, and Josh Hart. That's your, them guys, that's your core right there. You keep riding them. That's cool. But you gotta spell your guys, man. You gotta get them a break. You know what I'm saying? So that's really where the Knicks' problem was. They should have won this series, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I know you were saying that the Pacers kind of was getting they was being dealt a bad hand, but on the opposite side of the things, the Knicks were being dealt a very good hand, and they just couldn't capitalize on it. That's a mess on them. Again, the Knicks, this is what happens to them. They're almost like, well, I won't say that, but they're another team that just can't get over the hump. You know what I'm saying?
Dallas Cowboys kind of almost like.
That's what I was gonna say, but
yeah.
I think pretty much.
Yeah,
I think the Cowboys are better like team or whatever.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
But at the same time, it's they got too many fans. You know what I'm saying? To not have much going on in the last couple of decades. Pretty much. Yeah. But moving on past them, for me, let's go to the. I know you asked me about the Pacers.
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie, you boys overachieve.
Absolutely.
You can, in my humble opinion, you can get swept and you can still walk out of there with your heads high.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that's what's going to happen to them. But I mean, 6 seed making it to the Eastern Conference Finals, you won.
You won, bro. You won. Like, there's nothing. I mean, if you beat Boston, boy, this is a Cinderella run. I ain't gonna say that. Let me not do that. Let me not do that to them. But still, I mean, we're talking about probably the worst defensive team that made the playoffs in general.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think they had the worst defensive rating in the league this year. But they obviously had but they had the best or second best offensive rating behind the Celtics. But I mean, hey, like I said, if you can get swept and you can walk out of there with your heads high. I mean, I ain't really got much to say about them. I don't think they have a chance. I don't think, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Halliburton played pretty well last series, especially later on in the series. But he has to bring it all 4 games for them to in order for them to have a chance. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To extend it to 5, to extend it to 6.
For me, I'm with you. I don't think this series goes past 5 personally. If it gets to 5, I even would say the Pacers did a really good job. The Boston Celtics have had the easiest walk to the finals I've ever seen, I think, to be honest with you, which is why I'm going to jump into them in a few minutes. But again, I hate the Celtics. Everybody knows that about me. I do not like the Celtics, but they have had the easiest walk to a finals I've ever seen. If they fumble this, you got to blow that core up. I know that sounds like dramatic, but dude, this is like 5 or 6 straight years. Like if the Boston Celtics do not get to if they don't win, honestly, you got to blow it up, bro. Yeah, I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, this is the easiest walk. I think the only team, like I said, I feel like the only team that could compete with Boston was your team, the Nuggets. I think when you're talking, and I think a lot of people are saying, like, well, defensively, Minnesota matches up well with, Boston. Bro, in these type of environments, experience matters, bro.
Yeah.
Minnesota ain't been good since me and you was in elementary school.
Yeah.
Like, Boston done been to the finals, Eastern Conference Finals, twice in the last 4-5 years. Like,
It's 5 out of the last 7, I think, bro.
that's what I'm saying.
I think,
Like,
if
that's
I'm
what
not
I'm
mistaken.
saying. Like, for me, if Boston gets past the Pacers, I think Boston's going to win a championship this year. I hate to say it because I hate them, but if they don't, it's somebody got to get let go. Something has to happen. You got to blow this Jalen. I think you got to blow it up. I'm going to be honest. If you can't win this playoffs where you got the easiest walk in the park to the playoffs, I think you got to blow it up, bro. Like, Boston, you cannot drop the ball here. You don't have to go through Denver. You don't have to go through Steph Curry or them. You don't got to go through LeBron. You don't really got to go through nobody, really, for real. Like, don't get me wrong. I think the Timberwolves are a good team, but once again, lack a lot of experience. I think Luka and also as well, PJ Washington's playing amazing in Dallas. Obviously Kyrie. I'm pretty sure he would want his revenge against
he want that lick
Boston.
back.
But again, like, I don't think they match up well with Boston, especially defensively. I don't think they match up well with Boston. I just got a feeling, man. I think Boston's winning this thing. I think they play maybe 9 more games. Like, I could really see them sweeping the Pacers and taking somebody to 5, and it's over. Like, I don't really see anybody competing with Boston at this point. Like I said, now, if a team like your team, the Nuggets, was in here, I'd be like, okay, you feel me? They match up well with them. But I think Boston, if you can't win this, you're not gonna win one with the score, bro.
Yeah. No,
How do you feel about that, though?
I think I agree. I'm with. So I'll say this though. I do think that the Timberwolves and the Mavericks, I think they'll give them some trouble. I mean, I don't know if they'll beat them in 5. If they beat them in 5, I mean, they probably should beat them in 5. You know what I'm saying? But based off of, once again, like you said, the experience, Boston's been the best team all year. I mean, they should, but I just think the Wolves are very good because, again, I mean, they did just beat the Nuggets. You know what I'm saying? So we got to give them some credit for that. And then the Mavericks, I think the Mavericks just got a lot of talent, to be honest with you. I think Luka, he got to play better, obviously, and Kyrie got to play better. If they, because they got to get past the Wolves first. But if they do that and they're clicking, I think they can get the Celtics can run for their money. But I'm with you though when you say that the Celtics, I won't call it easy, quote unquote easy. It is, but I won't say it. I won't just say it like that. Even though I do think the East is easier than the West, but I think that this path that they've had to the finals was set up so well for them. To win the chip. You know what I'm saying?
Have they even went 6 games with anybody?
They went 5 with Miami and 5 with Cleveland. Yeah, so 5. Yeah,
that's so right. They haven't even went 6 games, and they're not going. Let's be honest, they're not going 6 in this one either. Probably
right. They
should be over 5.
It should be a sweep. To be frank with you, this one should be a sweep because I think Cleveland was harder, and I think that well, I'm gonna say no because Cleveland was banged up, but I think that I think Miami, even though they was a AC, they're Miami. You know what I'm saying? So,
right?
Yeah, you can't. They just beat you last year. You know what I'm saying in the conference finals. So I think that I think the Celtics again, this core right here, Brown and Tatum, if they can't get over this hump this year, I mean, it's set up so well for you. At least make you got to win it. You got to win it. If you
I feel like they got to win it. Yeah, I that's just me though.
I put it this way: if they don't make it to the finals, you definitely got to blow it up. If they make
Oh,
it
yeah,
to the finals,
You don't make it. If you let the Pacers beat them, blow this
you
thing up
got to blow it up.
immediately. Yeah.
Or either you blow it up or somebody gonna have to get fired because that's inexcusable on your behalf. But again, I think they should be the favorites, like you said. If you were a betting man, go ahead and bet it on 9. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, 9 games left. Because they should easily beat the Pacers, and then the next series shouldn't go no further than 1 or 2 games. Or excuse me, 4 or 5 games. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I'm with you though. I just think that they've been here too many times. We said this at the beginning of the year.
At this point, man, and like I said, I think this is their easiest path to the finals ever. Like, with this core, this is by far the easiest path, even on really both sides. No disrespect to like the Mavs and all, like they're just roster wise, they're not better than the Celtics, bro. No team left is better than the Celtics, bro. None. So if you cannot win a championship this year, I don't really know if you're gonna win one with this core, bro.
Like, they got the best roster in the league, to be honest with you. I mean, they got too much talent. They got, just look past Brown and Tatum for a minute, because Tatum been on cruise control this whole playoffs.
He ain't needed to turn it up. He ain't needed to.
Had to turn it up. Yeah. Brown been hooping. Porzingis has been hurt. But my man Derek White, bro,
been cooking.
Derek White been cooking. Bro, let me tell you a story about Derek White. This was 2018. No, excuse me, 2019.
Yeah.
This is the 2019 playoffs. The Nuggets versus the Spurs. This man, Derek White, was public enemy number 1, bro.
Yeah.
I think I got my years right.
In a given moment, bro.
I think I got my years right, but y'all fact check me in the comments. Derek White, when he was on the Spurs, was giving my Nuggets problems.
Yeah.
I can't remember if they beat us or not. I don't remember. I know we went to 7 because we was the first team to go to 4 straight game 7s. Because we beat the Blazers in 7. No. We did. I think we beat the Spurs in 7. Then we lost to the Blazers in 7. Because I think that's the year that they went to the conference finals, the Blazers, if I got that correct. And
so that would have been what, 21?
No, that would have been the year before the bubble.
Oh, yeah, before that would have been 19. I got you.
Yeah, that was the year before the bubble. And then after the bubble, we took the Jazz to 7 and beat them, and then we took the Clippers to 7 and beat them as well. So that was 4 straight game 7s that we played. I was like, bro.
Yeah.
And then came back and 3-1 twice on in that same playoff run. But anyway, Derek White was giving people buckets, bro. Yeah. And that's when I knew from then that he was the truth. He was legitimate. You know what I'm saying?
Don't sleep, not to cut you off. Don't sleep on that white point guard they got either. What's his name?
Pritchard. Peyton Pritchard.
That little boy all right, bro.
He all right.
That little white boy all right, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
See that? Did you see that tweet I posted? Anytime the clock running down and that buzzer about to beat, he turning to Steph Curry, bro.
I'm telling you, he all right, bro. That's what I'm saying. Boston ain't got no excuse, bro. If they don't win this year, something gotta happen, bro.
Something gotta happen, man. And if they do blow it up, Derek White, we got a contract for you, my boy, because we need that.
Yeah. He's a really good player. He's a really good player. We need that.
I don't know if he want to come off the bench again, but we could use it somehow, somewhere.
Yeah, he's a really good player. I'm not gonna lie. You need role players like that. Let me I did want to bring up, because we haven't talked about them much. OKC lost to the Mavericks in 6. For one, I said this before, and I know my boy live from Carolina, Johnny live from Carolina, and he an OKC fan. I think OKC overachieved. I mean, personally, we talked about it in the preseason. I had them as my 8th seed, I think, or 7th seed. Yeah. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander probably should have won MVP this year, to be quite frankly honest with you. Had a tremendous year. They won close to, how many games they win this year? Was it 60? They won
58.
58, so close to 60 games. Yeah. I mean, again, they won 57 games this year. Really good season.
They was tied with us. That's right.
Yeah. So they won 57 games this year. They had a really good season. Now, they didn't finish it out. They did lose in, 6, but I thought that series was pretty competitive the whole way through. And I think also as well, PJ Washington has been huge for the Mavericks this whole series. So again, I think OKC fans should be still feeling excited about their future. I know a lot of
Yeah,
people say, "Oh, like that don't really mean nothing," but like they should. Like they set
yeah.
up for success. What's their GM name? Presti, is that his name?
Sam Presti.
It's Presti, the dude that got all them picks for them back in the day.
Mhm, mhm.
He's put them in a really, really good position, bro, to be set up for success a long time. So I
Yeah,
think they drafted well, developed well, and also as well, they still got picks in the chamber still right now. They got top
yeah.
15 pick this year.
They got the
So
most coming up.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So I think they're really in a good situation. So I did want to just talk about them real quickly.
Mhm.
OKC real quick. And I
Yeah.
didn't know if you wanted to give some feedback, but yeah, that's all I had to say about them.
Yeah, I was just gonna say they can and all those picks that they got, they can trade, they can flip them for a couple of assets. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Right.
So
Because at this point now, they really don't need no more young players. They need stars.
they need vets. Yeah,
Yeah, they
they
need
need
vets.
somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got. So the thing about them is that they again, like we know, we said this last time, we said this pretty much the whole playoffs, that they was the youngest team and that they
Yeah.
weren't gonna. We see this every year. They
Yep.
gonna max out,
Yep.
eventually, but they'll be back. You know what I'm saying? Like we know
Mhm.
that. So I think okay, Thunder fans, you weren't gonna win it this year. It just wasn't in the cards for you. You was too
Yeah.
young. Next year, if you run back the same team, you might have a little more success. You might make the conference finals next year.
Yeah.
With the same exact team. But if you got to bring in some talent, you got to bring in a vet, probably another scorer, in my opinion. I think Chet, he got to get a little more aggressive.
Yeah. Especially when it
Early
comes to
game.
rebounding, bro. You can't
Gotta
be
be
6'11" and not like getting 2 rebounds a
yeah,
game like that.
yeah,
That shouldn't
yeah.
be happening. But go ahead
Yeah.
though.
You good. He got to get a little more aggressive. But again, he's
Yeah.
a rookie. So it's year 2, year 3. I mean, shoot, we just not seeing Cat getting aggressive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it
Mhm.
might take a while, but he got to get aggressive. And I think, you got a whole different series, to be honest with you. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I
yeah.
agree. Let's talk about this real quick before we move on. Mavs and Timberwolves is the matchup, obviously. Celtics and the Pacers. We've already talked about Celtics and the Pacers. No, we both don't think that series is going far at all.
Mm.
Where do you think? Give me a game estimate. How far do you think the Mavericks Timberwolves series go? And who would you pick at this moment?
So I'm gonna go Timberwolves in 6.
Okay, that's not
I got
bad.
yeah,
Yep.
I
Go
got
ahead.
I got Wolves in 6. Just again, what I seen them do to my Nuggets. I mean, this is what they did to the defending champs. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I think defensively outstanding. They can't have a fumble in the middle of a series like they did against us. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? That's not good. But I think that they can beat the Mavericks in 6. I just think they got too much. They got
Yeah.
Jaden McDaniels, bro. Like
Yeah.
they got
Yeah.
that's all I could say the whole series. They got Jaden McDaniels, bro. I
He's
mean,
been
he
playing. He's been playing his tail off, man.
out of his
Especially on the
mind,
defense side of the ball, he's been really good too. So
bro.
yeah, I'm kind of with you, man. I think the Wolves win this in 6 or 7. I think it'll be a very competitive series. I think both of these teams are playing really well. Both of these teams' role players are playing really well right now too. So that's why I say I could
Mhm.
definitely see this going to 7. But I'm with you. I
Yeah,
think I got the Wolves in 6 as well. And I think I got the Celtics in 4. I think this is gonna
yeah,
be
yeah.
quick
Amen,
out
bro.
the way. And I mean,
I-
maybe 5, but I
yeah,
think 4, 5 at most. If the Pacers take them to 6, they did a tremendous job.
yeah.
But that's kind
I
of where I
just
stand. How do you feel about the Celtics Pacers, real quick?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I say 5 just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, yeah,
I think the Pacers, man. I think they. This is sad to say. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean no disrespect when I say this, but it kind of remind me of that Hawks team that made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I
yeah.
mean, I mean, they remind me of a lot of teams that make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Just happy to be there.
Somebody has to make it. Yeah,
Yeah, just happy to be
exactly.
there, bro.
Somebody has to make it. Again, no disrespect to them because they won a series how
Yeah,
they
they
should
earned it.
have.
Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
but somebody has to make it, and unfortunately, usually the East runs through the Celtics, so somebody has to, play them. And just this year, the Pacers just don't match up well enough.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree. I 100% agree, man. All right,
yeah,
now Friday was a big day for us, bro. We got to jump
yeah,
into it.
yeah.
EA dropped the full reveal trailer of the college football game that is coming out. We got a release date. which is going to be July 19th. If you don't get the pre-order version, I got the pre-order version. So you will actually, if you got the pre-order version, I think it's like the deluxe version, you get the
Digital
game
Deluxe.
July the 15th at 4 o'clock. And if you get the regular version, you just get it at the 19th at midnight, whatever. So they dropped their full reveal trailer. I thought it was amazing. I think it did exactly what it needed to do. Get you hyped, get you turned up. Bro, what was your, I want to get your, because this is my thing, but I want you to go first. What was your initial thoughts when you seen the trailer? Like, what did you think?
Well, first I want to go back to the day before when we got the cover. Remember, I told you, I said we're gonna get the cover and we're gonna get a release date for the reveal. You remember?
Yep.
So I'm glad that they did it that way. That's how they should have done it. As far as the trailer goes, yeah.
One of the ones, bro.
It looks good, man. We seen Clemson a couple times. I know you said you seen SC get juked.
Yeah.
But it looks good, man. I'm excited for it. I'm glad that I was able to get the. So you got the digital edition. I got the steel book. I'm glad they did a steel book too. But as far as, man, that trailer, bro, what we seen in it, the game. Well, we didn't really see a lot of gameplay, but we saw some hints of it.
Yeah,
it looks good, man. It don't really look like as of right now, it don't look like a Madden clone. It looks like they really poured their heart and soul into this game.
Yeah.
Whoever made this has been wanting a college football game for the last 10 years. So shout out to the developers. You've done a really good job. I love what I'm seeing from you guys on social media lately. On the College Football Direct page where the developers updates. It looks good. Road to Glory mode looks amazing. That was my mode. I know you guys were more Dynasty, but Road to Glory was my mode. I'm excited to see what happens with that. I'm excited for Dynasty too now. They kind of got me in there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and the Road to the College Football Playoff mode looks to be a new mode that they've added. I'm excited to see more about that. But other than that, man, the crowds look fantastic, bro. I mean, this is how you build hype for a game. That trailer was outstanding, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard for me to give EA credit, but that trailer was outstanding. Like you said, man, I am still skeptical. I am still like, EA, are y'all going to do me wrong? Like, you know how like you deal with a lady and you keep going back to her. She's toxic, but you kind of like it. It's kind of fun. Yeah. But she's horrible for you. Yeah, that's what EA is to me. You feel me? Like, they're horrible. I know they're horrible. They've hurt me several times. But this gives me hope. Maybe that toxic girlfriend went to church and got right with God. Like, at least for this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I said this before. If they get this right, I will forgive them for their sins for Madden for the last 11 years. Hey, we good. Like, I won't even care because this is my favorite game. What you said, I thought the trailer looked amazing. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. Get you riled up, get you hyped, get you excited. It did all of that. So that was perfect. Like, I thought it did everything it was supposed to do for the fan bases. I'm with you. I thought the graphics looked amazing. I thought the graphics looked great. I thought the fans looked amazing. They put the details in the entrances and stuff like that. They really poured out that tradition of college football and what, college football really is, so I think that was amazing too. And I'm with you. The only thing and we did see a little bit of gameplay. I just need to see a little more. I just need to see a little more. If I see a little more gameplay and it looks crisp and clean and we in the business. Like, I'm super excited about allegedly the dude, shout out to him, man. I think his name is Is It Out Yet? EA Sports or something like that on Twitter. Mm-hmm. He tweeted out something earlier today saying like, we might get something tomorrow, possibly tonight. I don't know. This isn't confirmed or anything like that, but yeah, it's my guy. Is EA Football out yet? Is It Out EA? That's his name on Twitter. He put out like, tomorrow might be a good day. And allegedly there are some like social media influencers, gaming influencers. I think Matt Brown, who's been covering the game, they're actually going to be in Orlando. I think some are already there now, and they're going to be actually playing the game and kind of going to be able to kind of report on it a little bit more in the coming days. So
Yeah.
There's certainly some possibility that we're going to get something else coming pretty soon, like a deep dive. But one thing I wanted to bring up, because you said you was a Road to Glory guy, I'm not going to lie. The way the Road to Glory kind of sounding, it looks like it's going to be like really fun, because they were saying something about like, you're going to have to be like a student athlete. And I was talking about this on Twitch the other day ago. And I was saying, like, back in the day, like, this was like NCAA 03, 04, 05. You used to have to like actually go to class. Like, you had to schedule, like, if you want to either go to class, go to a party, go to practice and stuff like that. And if you made like a bad decision, or if you missed too many classes or too many practices, you would get suspended. And they said something about keep your GPA up, which makes me seem like they're going to kind of bring that back. Yeah. So Road to Glory might be fun too, man. I'm not going to lie, but I'm excited, man. I think it's going to be a great game.
I'm with you. I remember when you was telling me about that, like old Road to Glory mode, because I really only started Road to Glory in 12, the one that had Mark Ingram on.
Yeah, by that time it was gone.
Yeah, that was the first one I played. Road to, or no, was it 11? Which one had Tebow in the cover? Was that 11?
That was 10, or was it 11? That might have been 11 actually.
I think that was 11.
Which one had Mark Ingram on it? I thought that was 11.
12.
Okay,
if that was 11, then that's the one I start. I don't know.
No, that was 11. That was 11.
They said 11. Okay, yeah. All right. So Tebow 11 was the first one that I started with. Okay, yeah. That's why I started Road to Glory, and then I played, from there. But yeah, I'm just excited for it, man. I'm just excited to see what's good with it. All the different modes and stuff, the deep dives that you can do with it, like it's not surface level. It seems like it's real deep. I'm cool with that, man. I'm excited for that. I did want to bring this up too. I seen that tweet. Is it out, EA? Yeah. Did you see a lot of the notes? Did you see the notes that he said?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I'm gonna read it to you real quick.
Yep.
So they said there's now this is alleged. We don't know if this is real or not, but they said that there's not going to be crossplay for online Dynasty. Which that's fine. It
started off like that with Madden too, so yeah, that's normal.
Okay. No mascot mode. How you feel about that?
This is just me again. I never cared about mascot mode. Stone me. I don't care. I personally never cared about it. Like to me, if we're getting a good in-depth Dynasty and Road to Glory, I don't care about mascot mode. Yeah, that's more for like the kiddies, 10-year-olders. Nah, I'm good on that. So I don't care about that.
I thought mascot mode was harder than just the regular play.
Low key, yeah.
The game will play much faster than Madden. That's cool. Obviously, it kind of should be though, because college football is
faster, right?
Yeah. Helmets may get knocked off.
Ooh, don't get me hyped like that, bro.
I don't know.
Don't get me hyped like that.
I feel like out of all the things that's on this list, I feel like that's one of the ones that's probably not likely. I don't know if they're gonna do that.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Because that kind of promotes targeting. So I don't think they'll do that.
Yeah, they shouldn't do that.
If they did,
boy,
I'd be getting targeting calls like crazy.
Folks getting popped is crazy. No BCS option for Dynasty. That's cool. I mean, I think we all agree that college football playoffs better than the BCS.
Yeah.
No college game day. So that goes in addition to no ESPN license or the scoreboard from ESPN.
Okay.
Now this is that's kind of, I don't know. I don't know if that's how true that might be. I think because they've always gotten ESPN.
Right.
So, and that's the only, unless it's on CBS, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if they would do CBS considering all the names that they got. Kurt, Reese Davis.
That's all ESPN talent.
That's all ESPN guys. So I don't know, but they might do it how 2K used to do it, because 2K used to have the TNT guys, remember? But they didn't have the TNT license, so they just made their own 2K halftime, so they could do it like that. But I'm cool with it. At the same time, all of that is
I don't care about that.
Yeah, that's just a look. Custom playbooks, we kind of already knew that was coming. I mean, isn't that in
Yeah,
Madden?
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's not. No, it's not Madden.
oh, it's not.
Uh, no, custom playbooks are not Madden. No. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay, so that's new then. That's a new feature.
Yeah, yeah,
Was
not
it?
that I know of. You
Yeah.
know,
Was it
and y'all people
NCAA
that play
before?
Madden, y'all can let me know. But I ain't never seen no custom playbook in Madden because when you play with Madden, it's the same couple of plays. But obviously, you can change like different playbooks and stuff like that. But it's not gonna
But to
be
make your
like
own?
how it is in college. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
Gameplay footage soon. Oh, they saying there's more gameplay coming. Yeah.
we need that. We need that.
So that would be cool if that's the case. Again, no ESPN license or scoreboard. I'm cool with that. But at the same time, there will be a ticker at the bottom of the screen, which makes me
Okay,
think they gotta. If it's not gonna be ESPN, it's gonna be the same.
something
It's
else,
gonna be it's gonna
something
be
similar
something.
to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be their own. It's gonna be an EA ticker. You know how they used
yeah.
to do it. Um, this one's cool. I know you're gonna like this one. 5-star players will feel completely different than the 2-star players,
As it should.
as it
As it
should.
should.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely. Because that was one thing that EA struggled with in the past. You always notice like Army would be good after a couple years, or Navy would be good after a couple years. No, when you're at Army and Navy, you should be getting 2-star recruits only. So it
Yeah.
should feel like if I'm playing with, I don't know, UNC Charlotte and I'm playing against Georgia, it should be challenging. Like it shouldn't
Yeah.
feel like, oh yeah, we competing on the same level. No, that's not how it
Yeah.
works. So yeah, I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
And then lastly, there's gonna be way more equipment than Madden, which
Yeah,
again
I mean, we
makes
seen that in the trailer already.
yeah,
So it
yeah,
was like I said, we seen back plates, rolled up jerseys. What else? I mean, socks, accessories, armband. I mean, all type of stuff. I mean, we seen a
right.
whole bunch of different stuff in the trailer. Like I said, I think the trailer just showed us a lot, man. If that, I just,
Mhm.
I want to see the gameplay. Like I like the clips that we seen. It did get me kind of excited. It did get me feeling good. I need to see gameplay. If that and from what I'm reading the thing that you're reading off now, this Mike Stroud Media, shout out to him. He had a stream earlier today. I actually watched it while I was on my way home from work, and he talked about how EA wants to let everybody know this ain't no Madden reskin. This game is going to feel different than Madden. And I think that's the main thing a lot of people wanted to know. Is this going to be a Madden clone? Is this going to be the same as Madden? And I think with what we're seeing here, EA is putting emphasis on we've had 3 years to work on this game now. It's going to be different.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that has to be left in the chamber too as well. So we'll see. I think in the coming weeks, we'll get a gameplay trailer. Apparently, I thought we wouldn't get nothing until after Memorial Day, possibly. From what it sounds like, it could be sooner than Memorial Day. I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be right after Memorial Day. So again, I think we're gonna get a lot of stuff leading up to because I mean we're within like 55 days from the game actually being available to the general
Yep.
public. So they're gonna start pumping stuff out here a lot here lately. And yeah, that's kind of where I stand with. I did want to bring up one more thing too, before we end it out. LaMelo Ball is getting sued for running over a kid's foot. We talked about it a little bit off camera before we started. We'll talk about it real quickly for 5 minutes and we'll shut it down for the night. What's up with the Hornets? Why is there always some type of drama around that organization? Like every month, every other month, every 2 months, you're losing, you suck, you can't get anything right. What is up with that organization? Like it seems like every time something good happens, something bad happens. How do you feel about that? Like, why is there always something with that team?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It's somebody's in the building not doing their job right, man. You got to keep these kids in check. This
Yeah.
don't make no sense. You know what I mean? And you know what? I tell you what it could be. Stay with me now when I say this. So you know how growing up, and let's actually matter of fact, let's call it in school. Let's call it school. You know how when things get boring or when
Yep.
things are on cruise control in class, you
Yep.
know what I'm saying? All of a sudden somebody try to act up. You know what I mean? or at home, all right, with your parents. You was probably a good kid.
Yeah.
I was mostly a good kid. Think about it like this. Like a lot of kids start acting up when ain't nothing going on. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like the
Absolutely.
Hornets players, if it seems like if they was locked in and they was focused on winning, you see what I'm saying? Maybe it
Yep.
wouldn't be that way. But when you got a culture where the coach comes in, the owner, your fans, everybody pretty much treats y'all like you're losers. This is
Yeah.
what happens. You know what I'm saying? Because you're
Yeah.
like, man, I ain't winning on the court. Let me go live my life off the court. Let me go do this.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you get into some trouble. You feel
Yep.
me? Look at the teams. Let's look at the Boston Celtics. All right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Let's just take them for example. Okay. Or matter of fact, let's take OKC for example. Another young team,
Young team. Yep. Mm-hmm.
right? You don't hear none of them. As far as I know, bring it
Besides
to my attention if I'm
P
missing.
P Giddy. P Giddy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I forgot about that.
P
Yeah,
Giddy.
true. Okay, well,
P. Giddy.
well, there you go though. So P. Giddy, let's look at the Rockets, all the mess that they've been through. Another young team. It's these
Yeah.
young teams, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's that does stuff like that, right?
Mhm.
P. Giddy probably gonna be on another team next year
Yeah.
because he got benched these playoffs. Unless he gonna
Yeah.
come
He's
off the bench,
gone. He's done in
he
OKC.
probably gone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But just think about all the but even him, he clearly wasn't that focused on winning. Everybody else was, and everybody else was hooping, and he was trash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Hornets, I think that's the issue. Them guys ain't focused on winning. And it's not just the players, it's not their fault, to
The
be honest
whole,
with
the
you.
whole
Now,
organization.
their actions is their fault, but I'm saying their mindset
Yeah.
not being focused on winning and
Yeah.
getting in the lab and staying in the lab.
Yeah.
That's the issue right there. The guys, Michael Jordan, yes, I'm saying it, Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
before he sold this team, Michael Jordan was a problem. All
Yep.
right. Mitch Kupchak was a problem.
Yep.
What's they bald headed dude, the coach, bro?
Steve Clifford.
Steve Clifford.
Yeah.
With all due respect, because I know he really wanted to get them boys in line. Unfortunately, he was a loser, so he was part of the problem.
Yeah.
Like they had nothing but losers in the building, in the front office, so they keep contracting these loser players. That's what it is. This is a bunch of losers, bro. With all due respect.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm 100% with you, man. I think, and you kind of see it with all these guys that end up leaving the Hornets. They end up having better careers. I mean, look at PJ Washington right now. He's playing tremendous. He's been more consistent since he left the Hornets. It's just, it's just kind of what it is. But again, it goes back to what Terry Rozier said when he got traded. The culture is different here in Miami.
Yeah.
We actually care about winning here.
Yeah.
When you're going into a stadium knowing we're going to suck, we're only going to win 25 games this year. Our fans know we're only going to win 25 games this year. And it's been this way for the past couple of years now. And I'm rich, living in Charlotte, North Carolina, with really, not much to do. It's nothing but trouble to happen. Look at Malik Monk. Somebody in the comments just said it. Malik Monk left Charlotte and excelled his career in Sacramento, going somewhere that was trying to win, trying to build something. It's just a lack of organizational structure. It's a lack of winning mentality in that building. I hope Charles Lee can get them on the right path. Because me being from Charlotte, even though I'm a Hawks fan, I still want to see the Hornets do good. Like, I'm from there. You know what I'm saying? So I still want to see them do good. But at the same time, bro, that loser mentality stuff got to go. And hopefully the new GM, the new coach, hopefully they come in there, establish a new culture, and get the Hornets on the right path, because they've been a mess for like the last 3-4 years now. Really longer than that, but essentially the last two off seasons have been an absolute crap fest.
Yeah.
Since the Kenny Atkinson and Miles Bridges beating on his woman situation, they've been a crap show ever really since then. LaMelo can't stay healthy. It's a bad situation in Charlotte right now. Hopefully they fix that.
The lone bright spot is Brandon Miller.
He
even had some stuff going on.
And he had a situation going on coming in. So again, Hopefully they can get it though. Hopefully the new regime will come in, clean up some of this stuff, and get the Hornets back to a winning like culture. Cause that's what they need bad. They need a cultural reset completely. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. But all right, we're gonna end it out tonight, y'all. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Cam, is there anything you want to say before we head out?
Nah, man, we appreciate all the support and all the love. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see everybody.
Yeah.
So shout out to y'all. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. I just found out today that I got Monday off. I forgot.
Me too.
Yeah, it was even. So so shout out everybody. You know, be safe this weekend, and we'll see y'all next week.
Yep, for sure, man. We'll holler at y'all boys next week, man. Peace, love, and happiness to y'all, man. We will see y'all next Tuesday.